In the heart of the sprawling Tang dynasty, a time marked by cultural flourishing and political intrigue, a girl was born who would defy the conventions of her society and reshape the course of history. Wu Zetian, born in 624 AD, emerged from humble beginnings in the city of Wenshui in modern-day Shaanxi province. Her family was of the gentry class, not the nobility, yet her intellect and ambition set her apart from her peers. From an early age, she exhibited a keen mind and a fierce determination that would later propel her into the highest echelons of power. As a young girl, Wu was not destined for the life of a typical woman of her time. While most girls were married off in their teens, Wu was educated in the Confucian classics, an unusual privilege that would serve her well. Her father, a local magistrate, recognized her extraordinary potential and encouraged her studies. She absorbed knowledge like a sponge, her sharp intellect often outshining that of her male counterparts. Yet in a society that valued women primarily for their roles as wives and mothers, Wu's ambitions had to be carefully concealed. At the age of 14, Wu was selected to join the imperial court as a concubine of Emperor Taizong, one of the most revered rulers of the Tang dynasty. This was a turning point in her life. The court was a labyrinth of power dynamics, and Wu quickly learned to navigate its treacherous waters. She became known for her beauty and wit, but more importantly, she understood the art of persuasion and manipulation. She observed the interactions among the emperor's wives, concubines, and officials, absorbing the nuances of court life. For Wu, this was not merely a romantic dalliance, it was a strategic opportunity to secure her future. Emperor Taizong's reign was marked by military conquests and cultural advancements, yet it was also a time of fierce competition among the women in the harem. Wu's intelligence and political acumen caught the attention of the emperor, and she soon became one of his favored concubines. However, her rise was not without its challenges. After Taizong's death in 649, Wu's life took a dramatic turn. She was relegated to a life of obscurity, sent to a convent as was customary for the former concubines of deceased emperors. But Wu was not one to accept defeat lightly. She used her time in the convent to plot her return to power. In a twist of fate, Wu's fortunes changed when Emperor Gaozong, Taizong's son, ascended to the throne. He summoned Wu back to the palace, captivated by her beauty and intelligence. Wu seized this opportunity with both hands, becoming the Empress consort. Her influence over Gaozong grew, and she soon became his most trusted advisor. She was not content to remain in the shadows. She sought to consolidate her power and position herself as a key player in the political landscape of the Tang dynasty. Wu's rise to power was marked by a series of calculated moves. She deftly eliminated rivals, including the emperor's own mother, who opposed her influence. Her ability to manipulate court factions and her keen understanding of human nature allowed her to navigate the dangerous waters of imperial politics. She established a network of loyal supporters, often promoting those who would owe their positions to her rather than traditional aristocratic families. This shift in power dynamics began to reshape the very fabric of the Tang court. As the years passed, Wu's ambitions grew bolder. In 660, she effectively became the de facto ruler of the empire, wielding power behind the throne while Gaozong's health declined. Her political savvy was evident in her ability to maintain stability within the empire, even as she faced opposition from conservative factions who resented a woman's influence in governance. Wu's reign was characterized by a series of reforms that sought to strengthen the central government and improve the lives of her subjects. One of Wu's most notable contributions was her promotion of meritocracy in the civil service. She recognized the importance of capable administrators and implemented a system that rewarded talent and loyalty over noble birth. This was revolutionary for its time, as it allowed commoners to rise through the ranks, fostering a sense of loyalty to the state rather than to aristocratic families. Wu's reforms not only improved the efficiency of governance, but also laid the groundwork for a more equitable society. Despite her accomplishments, Wu faced relentless criticism and opposition. Many traditionalists viewed her as a usurper, a woman who had overstepped her bounds. Rumors circulated about her methods, including allegations of ruthlessness in dealing with rivals. Yet Wu was undeterred. She understood that power was not merely given, it had to be taken and maintained through strength and cunning. Her reign was marked by a series of purges against those who threatened her authority, a tactic that instilled fear and loyalty among her supporters. In 690, Wu Zetian made history by declaring herself emperor, the only woman to ever do so in Chinese history. She took the throne under the title Emperor Shengshen, a bold move that shocked the Confucian establishment. This proclamation was not merely a personal ambition, it was a statement against the patriarchal norms that had governed Chinese society for centuries. Wu's ascension to the throne was both celebrated and condemned, and it marked a significant turning point in the history of imperial China. As emperor, Wu Zetian implemented sweeping reforms that transformed the empire. She expanded the civil service examination system, ensuring that positions of power were filled by the most qualified individuals, regardless of their social status. This meritocratic approach not only strengthened the bureaucracy, but also fostered loyalty among the populace, who saw opportunities for advancement. Wu also invested in infrastructure, promoting agriculture and trade, which contributed to the prosperity of the Tang dynasty. Culturally, Wu's reign was a golden age for the arts and literature. She patronized poets, artists, and scholars, creating an environment that celebrated creativity and intellectualism. The Tang dynasty became known for its cultural achievements, and Wu's influence can be seen in the flourishing of Buddhism, which she actively supported. She commissioned the construction of temples and monasteries, promoting religious tolerance and allowing Buddhism to thrive alongside Confucianism and Taoism. However, Wu's reign was not without controversy. Her methods of governance, particularly her reliance on secret police and surveillance, created an atmosphere of fear. Dissent was not tolerated, and many who opposed her rule faced severe consequences. The legacy of her reign is complex. While she is celebrated for her contributions to the state and society, her ruthless tactics have led to a more nuanced view of her character. As the years passed, Wu Zetian faced increasing challenges to her authority. The Tang dynasty was marked by internal strife, and factions within the court began to conspire against her. Her health began to decline, and whispers of her mortality circulated among her enemies. In 705, after ruling for over 15 years as emperor, Wu was forced to abdicate in favor of her son, Emperor Zhongzong. Her reign came to an end, but her legacy would endure. In the years that followed her abdication, Wu lived in relative obscurity, yet her impact on Chinese history remained profound. She had shattered the glass ceiling of gender in a patriarchal society, leaving an indelible mark on the role of women in governance. Her reign challenged the established norms, paving the way for future generations to envision a world where women could wield power and influence. Wu Zetian's life story is one of ambition, resilience, and complexity. She rose from obscurity to become one of the most powerful figures in Chinese history, breaking barriers and redefining the role of women in a male-dominated society. Her legacy is a testament to the power of determination and the ability to challenge societal norms. In a world that often seeks to silence women, Wu's voice echoed through the ages, reminding us that history is shaped not only by those in power, but also by those who dare to defy the odds. In the annals of history, Wu Zetian stands as a symbol of female empowerment, a figure who navigated the treacherous waters of imperial politics with skill and tenacity. Her story is a reminder that the fight for equality and recognition is ongoing, and that the contributions of women throughout history should never be overlooked. As we reflect on her life, we are reminded of the complexities of power, the nuances of leadership, and the enduring impact of those who dare to challenge the status quo. Wu Zetian's legacy continues to inspire, a beacon of hope for those who seek to carve their own paths in a world that often seeks to confine them.